but I won the cup. Came through heavy on it in a Bentley truck. It was me, young Avril, security tuck. In the back just in case one of y'all run up. One of y'all, all of y'all be stuck. When you see a young queen in the flesh, what's up? All that hate.
What's up, y'all? It's been almost 3 weeks since my last video. How are you guys? What is the motherfucking hot jazz? What is the sweet tea? Bitch, what is going the fuck on in these streets? I'm sorry, I've been working a lot lately, y'all. And it was my birthday about 2 weeks ago, and then it ended up rolling over to Christmas, and then I didn't want to post something on Christmas, so I was like, I'll just wait another week or whatever it is. So, bitch, here we the fuck are. We are finally back on motherfucking set, and boy, do I have some motherfucking tea to spill. But first, I need everybody that's watching this motherfucking video to like and motherfucking subscribe to this motherfucking channel. Give a bitch a big thumbs up for this video because it helps with the growth of this channel. And thank you to everybody who comes back and watch me on a regular basis. Love you guys. All right, now that that's clear, let's get into the motherfucking video. As we know, 2020 was a pretty crazy year for all of us for the most part. I just hopped onto the adult dating scene, and 2020 was the year that most of my crazy stories come from. My last video, check that out by the way, my last video goes into detail about how I got into the gay dating apps. So this time around, I met this guy on Jack. Let's give him a name, TayTay. It was a regular evening, me scrolling through many of the same faces that I've seen every motherfucking day. By this time, I was on there for a couple months, and I pretty much knew and was caught up in all the shit that, you know, that comes with these apps. So I knew what I was in for at this point, and how to maneuver myself on these apps. When I tell you, I was motherfucking determined that I was going to find me a motherfucking nigga. I was determined. So one day, this cute, tall, light-skinned nigga slid into my bitch DM. Before I had even opened the damn message, it already screamed fuck nigga. Me personally, I don't fetishize or, you know, go crazy over light-skinned men. I mean, like, I'm just not into it. Not that I won't date a guy that's light-skinned, but it's just that I just prefer darker-skinned men. So I opened the message and it reads, "Hey, how you doing? My name's TayTay, and I was wondering if I could get to know you a little better." Pretty straightforward and respectful. I mean, most of the time I get sent a dick pic and with no face attached to it. So, you know, this is a little different. So from the pictures, it was giving what it was supposed to give. You know what I'm saying? We began talking for a couple weeks or whatever. And, you know, everything was going smooth. He would call me on his breaks and also when he got off from work and stuff like that. So, you know, we had a good time frame for each other to where so we could still work and do whatever it is that we were doing and still be able to keep a connection going. But something that rubbed me the wrong way about him was the fact that he just liked to talk about himself a lot. Now, I know there's nothing wrong with being confident in yourself and, you know, giving yourself that pat on the back and shit, you know? But it's just like when you are constantly keep talking about yourself to a new person, you kind of don't even want to do that because it's like, you know, you're supposed to be getting to know each other and not just talk about yourself. He was very boastful and, you know, just really proud of all his accomplishments or whatever like that. So he definitely had an ego on him. But I ignored it because, like, you know, he had money, he had his own place, he had a car, and plus I was sexually attracted to him too. You know, he had all the material, you know, shits that, you know, you typically go and look for when you start dating and shit. And just overall, outside of the, you know, talking about himself so much, he was a cool guy, honestly. He was a cool guy. So then I asked myself one day, am I really gonna pass up on this nigga just because, you know, he's a little boastful? You know, just a little full of himself. So we're in week 2. Everything's cool, nothing major has happened. But one day something just popped in my head like, why ain't this nigga ever asked me out on a date yet? Like, you know, usually when a nigga is trying to pursue you or like that, you know, you would want to go the fuck out on a date or something. Like, I don't know, I just felt like it was kind of weird that he hasn't asked me out on a date within the first week or so. Because that's normal. Like, normally, if someone is interested in you and they say, as you know, as they say they are, then they will more than likely ask you out on a date within the first week. The fuck? We text, we FaceTime, and every goddamn thing else, so why the fuck not? So I hit him up or whatever like that. And I text him and say, hey, do you want to go out this week or like that? I'm free. When I tell you this nigga had every fucking excuse in the book about not going on this motherfucking date, it was ridiculous. And I was fucking offended. Girl, the COVID had just hit or like that, and he was talking about old COVID numbers and shit. All types of shit. Just to get out of taking me out on a fucking date.
I never heard no policy like that.
But he like, oh, well, I'll come to your house. And I'm like, no, because bitch, it's only been a week and you could be a fucking weirdo or something. Like, people, they act different in person. And that's why it's important to meet people in person, because you'll be able to get a genuine vibe from them. They won't have time to make up a facade or be fake to you, because you'll be able to tell. We went back and forth about it for a few minutes. Then I realized I ain't finna argue with no nigga about no fucking date. Bitch, if you want me, bitch, and if you are that interested in me, then you would think that, bitch, you would have proposed a motherfucking date first fucking day of talking. If you want to be motherfucking tech. Baby, that's a red motherfucking flag in my book. Baby, if you gotta beg a nigga to motherfucking take you out on a date, it's no motherfucking way in the world that, bitch, if you gotta argue a nigga down to do something for you, bitch, evidently he don't feel the same way about you, boo. Or he just don't like you that much. So after a few minutes go by or whatever like that of us debating about whether or not he's gonna take me out on this fucking date or whatever, and trying to reason with me about why he don't want to, he finally agrees to take me on the motherfucking date. Under one condition.
Well, what you talking about, Miss Pearly?
This motherfucker gonna tell me he'll take me out on a motherfucking date, but in return, he wants some fucking head.
I'm talking about these nuts.
Oh.
Bitch, you crazy.
Wait, what did you say? Bitch, I was fucking livid. He was about to get fucking blocked, because at this point, bitch, it's like shit is not adding up. Bitch, you acting weird, bitch, and I don't like it. But I hung in there and I had to realize that he had some money, so I'ma stick beside him. Not stick beside him, oh wow. Wait a minute, cause see, this is the problem. All right, y'all, so check this. I was gonna do it. I took some time to think about it or whatever like that. And I'm like, well, why not? No, y'all not nothing serious or nothing like that, bitch, so why not? But I had to realize that, bitch, I was sexually active about 2 weeks prior to me and TayTay talking. I was actually talking to the nigga that I mentioned in my last video at that time. Ain't that crazy? Basically, I was sucking dick in the fucking car. There, I said it. And by that point, I hadn't got checked for anything yet after those 3 weeks that went by. But I felt like it was responsible to let him know that, hey, like, bitch, if you want this, then, bitch, you know that, bitch, like, I was an actor with someone else a couple weeks ago. So let me go get tested before the date or whatever like that. And then I think you should go get tested too before, we do anything. Isn't that responsible? What was wrong with that? When I tell you, this motherfucker flipped out. He was so mad because I asked him to go get a fucking STD check. And I told him that, bitch, I wasn't gonna suck his dick unprotected. And he was so mad about that. Like, let me tell y'all something. I feel like any nigga that's mad at a woman or anybody that's telling them to go get their motherfucking dick checked out before they do anything, that's a red flag. That's a problem. Because why not? Why wouldn't you want to go get your dick checked? Why? Wouldn't you want to know if something's going on or something's wrong that you didn't know? Because, bitch, it happens to a lot of people, bitch. Some people don't even know that they have something, and, bitch, because they don't be having no symptoms or nothing like that. But, bitch, that don't mean that you ain't got nothing, bitch. You can go get that pussy check, go get that dick check. Period. So this motherfucker was like, oh, you was just fucking sucking dick in the car about 2-3 weeks ago, and you gave him motherfucking head unprotected, but you can't give me motherfucking head unprotected. It was just so ridiculous. Like, you're mad because I'm telling you the truth? Like, I'm telling you that I was acting with someone else and you're mad at me? So when he started cussing and doing all that other shit and running off at that motherfucking mouth of his, bitch, I zapped the fuck out. Like, bitch, who the fuck is you talking to like that? And you stupid bitch, I'm trying to motherfucking keep it motherfucking cute, okay? Now, that wasn't the first time that he done ran his motherfucking mouth to me. Because, bitch, we was arguing a couple times within that span of 2-3 weeks of we talking. Like, we'll argue, I'll cuss him out, and then, you know what I'm saying, we'll end up making up again, and I'll let that shit go. But this time, it was just like, bitch, it was a little extra. And, bitch, it was like he was being mad over something that was just totally fucking ridiculous. So, this was the motherfucking last straw. This was the straw that broke that bitch Campbell's back, okay? Whatever the fuck y'all say. This was it. This really was it. I was done with it, and there was no making this up. I'm not about to keep doing this with you. Because you like to run your motherfucking mouth like a little bitch. So it's just like, I'm not about to do that with you. Or no nigga for that matter. So after that, I blocked him, I think I blocked him. Okay, guys, I forgot to mention this part. So when I had initially blocked him, right? Well, just before I blocked him, he would blow my fucking phone up all the fucking time. Like, all the time. And, like, he just would not stop calling. And, like, he was being a fucking weirdo. Like, he was obsessed. Bitch, I ain't even fucked this nigga yet. And this nigga was being a fucking weirdo. So, yeah, I forgot to put that part in it. So, yeah, continue. So he hits me up and he's like, hey, can we start over? Like, that was a couple months ago. I ain't wanted to end like that. And I'm like, no, like, hey, like, go away. Like, what is wrong with you? Like, just go the fuck away. Like, it's not gonna happen. He was like, come the fuck on, you mad about something that happened like 3-4 months ago? Like, come on, like, it's the fall and you still want something that happened in the summertime. No, bitch, you're weird. And he always had this thing with him of trying to do that reverse psychology shit and trying, in order for him to get his way. Like, this nigga was really a fucking narcissist. Like, he truly was a fucking narcissist and a manipulator. And in that last argument that we had, I told that bitch that you the type of nigga, you go after bitches that are weak. That's what you do. You're a fucking predator. That's exactly what the fuck you are. You're a fucking predator because you go and hunt after motherfucking weak bitches. Also, he's clearly a trans woman hunter. That's exactly what the fuck he is, because there were other trans women that he was hitting up as well. He's one of those guys who are obsessed with trans women. Clearly he is. And the thing is, bitch, I'm not even fucking trans, but to someone who don't know me or to the average person, bitch, they're gonna take one look at me, and if they don't think I'm a female, bitch, they're gonna automatically think that I'm a trans person. He's one of those niggas that are used to bitches throwing themselves at him and stroking his fucking ego. And because I stroked his ego just a little bit in the beginning, and then once he started to get that pushback from me and he realized that, bitch, he couldn't get over on me, that's when shit started to motherfucking come the fuck out. That's when his true self started to come the fuck out. This nigga was so fucking weird. But this time, I'm like, yo, honestly, on some real shit, you need to get the fuck out my DM. I'm blocking you the fuck again. Go the fuck here, right? And at this point, he starts threatening me. Talking about how he'll do X, Y, and Z to me. He'll get me touched or whatever. And I'm like, bitch, first of all, you don't even know where the fuck I live at. 2, you don't know what area I stay in on either. And my thing is that, bitch, even if you did, then bitch, pull up then. It don't matter. Cause bitch, I fight whoever. Bitch, like, yeah, bitch, if you want the business, then bitch, you're gonna get the business. So yeah. Cause a pole ain't never scared. Okay. Yeah, so once he started doing all that weird shit, like doing that personality switch shit, like how he go from being so nice to then next, and suddenly he's so aggressive and so angry and shit. Girl, he was a fucking lunatic. I blocked him again. I came across his page about maybe one more time within that year. And the moment I saw his page again, I blocked him before he can even send me another message from a different account. I'm so glad that I got off that app and stuff like that, and I don't even be on those fucking apps and stuff like that no more, because it's very fucking dangerous. And any trans woman that's watching this, please be careful. Any sex workers, anybody that is, you know, especially young, impressionable gays of the community and stuff like that, please do not go nowhere with these motherfucking grown-ass men. There's a lot of sexual fucking predators that be on these fucking apps. It be a lot of fucking quote-unquote straight men on these fucking apps, specifically make these accounts, draw these, you know, these gays in, have them meet up at places and have them fucking killed and raped and more. So it's just like, y'all really do have to be fucking careful, and I urge y'all to not even entertain these kind of men on these apps and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I would rather y'all go talk to somebody in real life and y'all go and do it, you know, do it the regular way, than opposed to just doing it to someone through a fucking phone. And also, practicing safe sex is very fucking important, because just like how he just got mad because I asked him for a fucking STD check, and bitch, and I even offered to go get checked with him, and girl, and he still was mad. So those are the red flags. So when you see red flags, don't ignore them. So that's the end of this video, y'all. This has been a crazy fucking video, and I really hope that you guys really enjoyed this, because like this shit really happened, and I just want to encourage y'all to be safe, practice safe sex. Don't be so impressionable and naive on these apps and stuff like that. Like, do what y'all gotta do to keep yourself safe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, y'all.
Yo, I ain't playing, but I won the cup.